Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. Listen, let's hop right in. I'm telling you right now, you want to make this, okay? This is XO sauce, and I know it doesn't look too appetizing, but I'm telling you right now, this is an umami bomb. So, without further ado, let's hop right in. Now, I'm using scallops I'm using frozen scallops. I'm gonna dehydrate these overnight. You can buy dried scallops, but I like to have control over the whole process. So that's why I wanted to purchase the shellfish and dehydrate myself. So it's really easy actually. I brought frozen scallops. I didn't do anything to them. I just put them straight in the dehydrator. I know these are of high quality. Same thing with the shrimp. I bought frozen shrimp and I just picked the tail off and literally dehydrated them. So from there, I've got the dehydrated shrimp and the dehydrated scallops, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna cover it with shaoxing wine. Hopefully I said that wrong. Please forgive me if I didn't. Okay, I'm trying. These are what the scallops look like. But listen, do this in your garage because they stink. They really smell. So just use caution when you go to dehydrate them. Now from there, I'm gonna cut shallots and garlic fresh, okay? Now, if you're cutting a large amount, I really highly suggest you use this technique here. Use it on the mandolin, go against the grain, hit these shallots up, and then just run your knife through them. I don't suggest putting onion product into the RoboCoupe or a mixer, but for the garlic, please take the root off and go right ahead. What's really important is, you know, everything is super fresh, right? Like, if you don't do the shallots or the garlic a day in advance, you want to do the shallots and the garlic, and then they're utilized within the hour. I think this is a trick that I learned at a 3 Michelin star restaurant that I could not back up even more. There is a difference. If these were to sit in the fridge overnight, the flavor would change the next day. So again, all I'm doing here is I'm slicing shallots, and then I'm going to go into slicing garlic. I'm not going to show you the video of that part. It's pretty much, you know, self-explanatory. I took the ends off the garlic, make sure it's super fresh, and then I go into a RoboCoupe, and then boom, you got chopped garlic. But what I suggest is not doing it the day before. You want to do it when you're going to cook. Next, for our mise en place, we're going to cut some pork. Now, this is Chinese pork from 99 Ranch, and I think it's really important to, you know, try to stay true to the recipe, but at the same time, I'm making my own version. So if you have to use prosciutto or anything along those lines, just make sure there's no bones and it's of a good quality. But I was really happy with how this pork tasted. So, you know, listen, it is what it is, but I know that I wouldn't use like a paper thin piece of prosciutto for this application. Make sure it's a chunk of pork. All right, next, check out this mise en place. So the scallops, really easily just shredded with my hand. You could use RoboCoupe. I poured out some of the wine, but I kept it aside. And then here's my mise en place. So garlic, shallots, as you can tell, everything's super fresh, just cut. I have scallions, I have cilantro bottoms, and then I also have chilies and ginger. Now, I did refer to some recipes and I did a lot of research on XO sauce, but I was actually blown away by I got to give a shout out to Maylin for Nightshade in Los Angeles. She's the one who gave me the inspiration. I had her XO sauce and it was amazing. So I wanted to kind of create my own. And plus, I've only made this sauce once and I really didn't know the history behind it. So let's move on. I'm going to start with the vegetables, right? The vegetables I want to cook first. So what I'm using safflower oil. Now, you can use whatever oil you want. It's just that safflower oil is my preferred. There's really no reasoning behind it. I just prefer this one. It's really neutral and, you know, I'm not going to say healthy because we're looking for flavor here. Basically, I start with the shallots and I go with the garlic. And listen, you know, this is a tedious process. So make sure you have enough time to focus on the task at hand. I can't stress enough, okay? But you want to get down to this color. Look at this, golden brown and delicious, just like me. Then I'm going to go in with my scallions and cilantro stems, and I'm going to put this in the description. But listen, the best part about this is you can make the sauce however you want. That's what I realized. Like, you can customize it to however your household would eat it, right? So if I could go back, I probably would add a little bit more chili, but honestly, I was really happy. As you can see, there's a few Thai chilies in there. I only added 3 because I'm not gonna lie, I want my family to be able to enjoy this and they don't do spice that well. So next we're gonna add ginger. Now some people chop the ginger up and add it to it, but I gotta be honest, I don't like the texture of ginger. I feel like it never breaks down, so I'm adding it whole and then I'm gonna remove it. But you can chop it up and add it in with your other vegetables. Also, if you noticed, I didn't add, usually people add dehydrated fish. I'm actually substituting for fish sauce. Okay, the last time I made it, I used dehydrated fish and I used the chopped up ginger, and I just preferably didn't like the texture and the end product, but you're more than welcome to add whatever you want. So very important, we're gonna strain off the veg. I'm gonna use the same pan, same oil. Make sure you don't burn it though. This is very important. It goes from being super delicious, nice and golden brown delicious, to absolutely scorched. So you have to control the heat. Now I'm going in with the scallops. I squeezed out most of the wine but I'm gonna reserve that liquid for later because I'm gonna add it back. So scallops first, crank up the heat a little bit. Then I also am gonna add a little bit more oil because the scallops aren't fully submerged. Now I think what's really important here is, now I'm adding the shrimp. What's really important is getting that deep, dark, golden brown color. Okay, so we're frying everything, okay? And literally, like, this took from start to finish, I would say about 3 hours, right? From start to absolute finish, 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I think it's what's really important is monitoring and make sure you're stirring, and then look at this color, because you want it to be bubbly and fizzy like this, and then you go in with the pork. But like, what's really important is you have to remove all of the liquid, all of the water. Okay, I can't stress this enough. You want to remove all the liquid. So we're at the finishing steps here. Right towards the end, I want you to check this out, because this is a umami bomb. And I tasted it like this, and I was just like blown away with how much actual flavor was developed from the raw product to this. And I'm super excited because, you have to respect tradition. You have to respect where things and how things were developed. And I have so much respect for this sauce. Like, XO sauce for me is very near and dear to my heart, because I've had it so many times, but I've never done the research to actually make it. And so I think it's really important for me as a chef to kind of know and walk through the process and go down the rabbit hole and do the research. All right, enough of me ranting. Next, we are straining all of this out. As you can see, it's, my bowl is dancing because I put it on it's on the hot side, but it's all good. Now, listen, this is really important. Let all the oil drain off. I'm gonna clean my pan, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into the pan that I was using. I just quickly wiped it out, rinsed it out real quick. And then this is the key part, okay? This is the key. So you have all of your dry fried items, okay? Then from there, okay, this is very important, I'm gonna go in with my wet ingredients again. Okay, and honestly, you know what? Just like this, honestly, that would be great on anything. So the shaoxing wine, please excuse my language. I'm doing the best I can. I don't want to, offend anybody. But anyway, so you go in with the wine. Then next, you're gonna boil that to shreds, right? Until there's absolutely no liquid left. Okay, au sec is what the French term is. After that, I have a small mixture of soy sauce, fish sauce, and hoisin, okay? Now, hoisin is optional, but I feel like it needed this sweet barbecue sauce, and I really love hoisin, man. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I love it with steam buns and a bunch of stuff. But here is also just about a splash of dark soy. Now, this is mushroom soy sauce, and then you want to cook that out until it's completely dry, and look at this product. This is amazing. I mean, I know it doesn't look appetizing, but I'm telling you, the flavor is there. I absolutely really enjoyed making this sauce, and listen, let's get into the B-roll straight up. Thanks a lot.